Hello friends out there, viewers and subscribers. Once again, thank you for watching another video of mine. And this is going to be part 2 of my Italo and Euro disco collection here. I've already done part 1, and that's where I was featuring Modern Talking, Bad Boys Blue, Leane Ross, Fancy, and a lot of artists in that genre right there. And I've said before that this is my favorite genre out of anything. So if you've got a chance to watch part 1, then you got sort of a start up to see what kind of collection that I have, and also a little bit of background how I got into this. But I'm going to be showing you this all in one video, so I kind of got to get things going here without having too long of an intro. So let's go ahead and get started here. And by the way, this is all on female artists. Just focus on the lady singers here. So we're going to get started with this right here. Geraldine Cordo. I haven't seen any other pictures of her other than this one and her album. And there's no live performances, but if you've ever heard the song Sounds in the Night, that's pretty much what the guys are singing in the chorus part of it. Sounds in the night, I can hear them coming, sounds in the night. This is hi-nrgy, and it's got such a strong bass line to it. It's perfect for roller skating, roller rinks, or just a great 80s club get together. But it's very powerful. And this one is from France, right out of Paris. There was only one available, so I had to grab it, especially to have it into this video here. Any other release, it doesn't have this cover, so I wanted it with that cover just for this video. This girl right here, Alba, she's got 3 videos for this song, and this is her. Look how stunning she looks. And in every video that she has done for this song, she looks absolutely beautiful. I think she's out of Italy. Tall, long, brown hair, and the song is long. It's kind of one of those galactic, spacey italo-disco songs. It's got piano in the beginning, and then the beat kicks in. And you'd have to hear it for yourself. And I suggest to my viewers, if you're making a collection of any of the stuff that I'm talking about, put this in your collection as far as the top maybe 120 picks that I'm showing you here. This is Alba. Only Music Survives. There's another release of this that has this picture on the front that I would like to get a hold of. That's a beautiful one right there. Stunning. This one right here. Sarah Jean, What Did I Do? Probably about maybe 120 BPM. And this is What Did I Do? Did I do? What did I say to turn you away? I call out in vain. Nothing is the same. This is a great example of, I believe, Euro disco. And I've tried to look up the difference between Euro disco and Italo disco, and I think I figured it out. I believe, from what I've seen, Italo disco originated from Italy, and even some of it was sung in Italian, but it branched out elsewhere. Whereas Euro disco can be from anywhere in Europe, such as some of the French releases that I have, as well as Germany. And so let's keep going here. Cheryl Hardy, It Takes a Lifetime, another hi-nrgy tune, probably at about a 126 to 130. It's a great song, but the one that caught my ear is this one right here, It Might Be You. When any artists of Italo disco or Euro disco do a slow song, it's different and unlike anything that England put out or America has put out. Theirs is very passionate, and this one's right up there, something like Dieter Bohlen of Modern Talking. So Cheryl Hardy, It Might Be You. And that's the standout song on here. It Takes a Lifetime is really great, especially if you're into any kind of cardio. It's a great song to play for that, but It Might Be You is a powerfully beautiful song. Oh, and I love price stickers. I always leave them, I don't know if you can see that, but $6 and maybe €6 and 29 cents. But I love keeping price tags on my records, especially if it has the record store name of a place that doesn't exist anymore. Ross, Can't Take My Eyes Off You. This is well, it's not hi-nrgy, but is the best cover I've ever heard of this 60s tune. You're Just Too Good to Be True, Can't Take My Eyes Off of You. There was a part of Pet Shop Boys, Where the Streets Have No Name. They even used it in theirs. But this one I like the most. So this is Ross, Can't Take My Eyes Off of You. And I used to have this on ZYX, but this one is right out of Italy. There's not much known about this girl right here, Get to You, but this is her LP. And there's this beautiful song on here. It is, it sounds like it's done with the same kind of drum machine as Geraldine Cordo did. But the song Get to You, it sounds like a song that's perfect for if somebody's falling in love with somebody. And the song is Get to You, I need all your loving, Get to You, Get to You. Another one too that I love on here is I Think This Time I've Done It. I packed my bags and I'm moving away. So those are the two songs on here. Get to You and I've Done It. This would be early 80s, I guess, Euro disco. These two girls, there are so many releases from these two girls. Fun. And this is probably one of their best ones, and that is Color My Love. I have quite a few releases of theirs, but this is probably one of their best ones ever. If you ever heard it, Color My Love. And then there's the back side of it as well. They've also got Living in Japan, Ballo Bellero, and Give Me Your Love. I'll show you that in a moment. But that's one of their biggest ones right there. Who can forget this girl here? Stacy Q. What an outfit. What a look. I wonder how long it took to do that hair. Back in the 80s, it was a lot of Aquanet. In fact, even some of her clothing here almost look like you can just get it from a thrift store. But she's sporting it, really wearing. Two of Hearts is a heavy song. This was right around 87, maybe even 86, if I remember. Yeah, 86. Two of Hearts, two hearts that beat as one. I Need You, I Need You. And then her other song after that was, wow, look at her on this cover. Stunning. What a face. We Connect When We're Together. It's so funnest. So put those two songs together, and it mixes up there with Bananarama's Venus around the same time. This is one of my favorite female singers ever. And if you've seen my part one of Italo-disco, then you'll see some of the records that I showed in that one. And this one right here, It's Up to You by Leane Ross. And in part one, I featured Say You'll Never, Never Ever Go Away, and also her other song, Fantasy, which is more of a galactic version of I've Got to Find the Boy Who's Got the Groove Each Saturday Night. Now, if you look up her other song, Fantasy, on YouTube, you want to see this beautiful blonde with so much confidence, and just look at her face when she's singing. So here's It's Up to You. And by the way, in part 3, I'm going to be showing you all of my colored vinyl, all of my Italo and Eurodisco colored vinyl. There is so much to go through. There is Joy, Lost in Hong Kong, and also Touch by Touch on pink and on yellow. And some real special ones that are extremely hard to find. And I'm not going to give it away. I'm just going to show it to you later. If you've ever heard of Mike Marine, he's known for Love Spy, Here I Am, and Agent of Liberty. He produced this girl right here, and his label was Night and Day Records. Look at that little face right there. What a beauty. And this song is Blinded by the Light. This is one of those seductive, maybe 120, maybe 118 BPM, dark, powerful. And it's just got a lot of echoes to it. Blinded by the light of emotion. I can't forget the night of devotion. And then she came out with this one right here. Shipra, Joy in My Heart. A little bit more upbeat, very happy sounding. And I think this one is also produced by Mike Marine here. You can see some of his releases on the back side. But I would get both of those into, where are we? Italo and Eurodisco collection, if you're making one. So these two girls came out in the 70s from Spain, and they both moved the same when they would just sort of glide back and forth on stage in their silk dresses. And that's none other than Baccara. Yes Sir, I Can Boogie. And they had another one too, Sorry, I'm a Lady. Just beautiful to watch. And I forgot her name, Maria, I think her name is. She went off to do a solo career, and this one stayed. So because of her staying, Well, they came out with, teaming up with another girl, they came out with this. Have you ever heard of New Baccara? You want some strong, powerful Italo-disco? This sucker right here. Call me up night and day. I do anything you want to say. So they came out with this one. Then they came out with Fantasy Boy. Powerful too. It's loud. It's almost like Bad Boys Blue, Michelle, A World Without You. But it's on the Bellafon label, just like Gina T's label that she's on. And I always say, if you got on the Bellafon label, your music was very strong and certainly heard. Then they had another one too, the third one, called Touch Me. Come on, boy, and touch me. Take me in your arms and hold me. So there's those three New Baccara tracks. Call Me Up, Fantasy Boy, and Touch Me. This was a cute song right here. Samantha Giles, Let Me Feel It. This is kind of maybe around 1983, 83 I think. It's from Belgium. But it's up there with Lisa, Love Is Like an Itching in My Heart, and even Lime, We're Gonna Love Tonight, or Unexpected Lovers. It was that early 80s Euro disco. Great track. Now here. ZYX was probably the biggest and most major label of the 80s to be putting out more releases and singles, I think, than any other label. It was massive, and I think it might still be around, but they put out this girl right here, and the tables kind of turn on this one. We hear Fancy talking about Chinese eyes, China blue, even what totally Oriental acupuncture. You can see the connection between Europe and Asia in some of these releases. But this girl put this one out, and this one is another very strong Italo-disco track right here, China Boy. She's talking about how she's lost in Chinatown. She is a prisoner of looking for this Chinese boy, in which in the song she says, my China boy. Interesting. But here's the backside too. On a lot of this stuff, if I say crank it up and play it loud, really watch your speakers though, because the bass line on this, I don't know who produced, oh, you know who produced it? It's K. Hume. He is also CC Caps, SISICAPS. He was the one that did Do You Really Need Me? Do You Really Care? Fantastic tune. Then he also came out with KB Caps under a different name, and that was, I forget what the name of it is. And he's also Talkin' Fog, Wait Baby Wait. But that's this one right here. Anything by K. Hume. Then we have these girls again. Look at them. Wow. Fun, fun. Give Me Your Love. Very strong song right here with a very choppy, where they call it sequencer. It's just moving left and right along with the beat. You, give me your love, give me your love. Need your love, affection. And so I love getting Fun Fun's records, especially when they look that beautiful. I had to get this one with that picture cover just because it's nice. So moving on to this one here. I don't remember what country this came out of, but this girl is from the 70s. She put out, I think, 245s back then. Then came out with this one. Hello is an easy word to say. This sounds like something that Dieter Bohlen of Modern Talking could have produced. Very solid, very polished sound on this one here. Hello is an easy word to say, and I don't remember where it came from. It seemed like it took a whole year to get here, but this one is from Barcelona, Spain. And if she was to do just this one track and only this track, that's fine with me because it's that good. Are you familiar with Sheik, with their song Freak Out, Les Freak? It says Sheik, Freak Out. And their other song too, These Are the Good Times. They produced this girl right here, Sheila and B Devotion. This is, I think, 1980, and it's produced by Nile Rodgers and Bernard Edwards from Sheik. And in this video, she and the three other guys that are with her, they're wearing some sort of silvery 80s version of space outfits, and she's holding a long bar that's lit up like a lightsaber. But they're doing this little hip swing and putting their hands out, putting and it's just darling to watch. But the song is, he's a spacer, a star chaser, and I found it on YouTube by accident, and I still can't get enough of it. You like French singing? This one right here, Jackie Quartz. I don't know how to pronounce that. I know it has something to do with love, l'amour. But this girl reminds me of that one in The Matrix, the first movie, The Matrix, where she and Trinity are in that classic car with Neo. Looks like her. But I think she sings this whole thing in French, which I still don't understand. That's fine, though. I like hearing songs that are in a different language, especially if I don't understand it. It makes it that much more interesting. But this is a great tune right here. More French is Magnifique. Now this is going to be, oh, the cover is getting dated here. I think this was 78. And I had to throw this in here just because I do have some disco. In fact, I have a lot of disco. I just woven this one in here. Look at these two girls. What a way to take a picture here. And I love picture covers when they're like this. You wonder what it is they were thinking and what they were getting at when they make these kind of covers here. It's very passionate looking. So if there's anything that is magnificent about this, I think that's also magnifique. Now you can know that a record is from Germany. How? They always say this, either maxi single or super sound single. So I don't even need to read the back of it. I already know it's from Germany. But this also has Roland 303 acid bass lines to it. If you know what acid is, it's like that acid house, 1978 version. Okay, Voyage, Voyage. It was also redone in Spanish by a different artist, Voila, Voila. But do you remember this one? The whole thing, she's speaking French, and she's talking about all these different places in the world, like Fiji, and look at the oceans. I don't remember the rest, but the whole thing, she's speaking in French. And this one here is out of Holland. Yeah, made in Holland, and it's on mint condition. So I wanted to show this as well. Let's see if I can get it in there. There it is. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but the price is only $7.99. That's what these records used to cost. Now they're upwards of $400 just for one record. I shelled out $274 for Larry Day's Fashion Girl just because I had to have it, and now I do. There's going to be another one in my collection I'm getting back. The Hurricanes, Only One Night. That's like $100 just for the yellow vinyl, but I got to have it. So what was I getting at here with the price tag? Luna Sound was the first record store I have ever been to with my Vietnamese friends, owned by Vietnamese, an upstairs record store in San Jose Bay Area called Luna Sound. And out of all the records I can get in the world, this one showed up with a Luna Sound price tag. That was really nice. It's almost like it just went full circle and ended up back in my collection. Oh, here we go. About 120 BPM. And this one's just bouncing really nicely along with that beat. And she has such a nice voice. The chorus in here, leaving with you, talking to you, needing you to make my dreams come true. This girl is out of Italy. Yvonne, I think it's the only song that she did. But immaculate condition for this picture cover here. She still looks the same. Just, of course, you know, this is 30-something years ago. Mix that one with this Stravaganza, Hold Me on Your Heart. Also the same beat, about 120, maybe even 118. And this and that one are definitely Euro disco. Just seductive, deep, almost kind of haunting and powerful. So put those two together. This is Stravaganza, Hold Me on Your Heart. Another one from France, Martinique. Wow, it's a whole lot of hair. Pretty face too. Martinique, No Regrets. I don't know how to pronounce the other part. I'm not going to try, but I'm sure it says No Regrets. This is from Toronto, Canada, but the whole thing is also sung in French. So great tune. There's another one that I have of hers that's on orange vinyl, different picture cover on that immaculate label called Teldec Records. There's a lot of colored records put out on that label. So when I do my part 3 and I show my colored vinyl collection, she will be on that one with that release. Injection Disco Dance label. If you got on this label, your stuff is powerful. Look at this girl's face. I would never mess with her. She's got a song here, I Don't Want to Fall in Love Again. It's a little bit on the reverse of how people usually write songs because they're falling in love. Well, whatever happened here to make her write this song, she's all belted up with some studs around her waist, all leather, it looks like. And look at that face. This is kind of high energy. It's got a nice chime to it every 4 beats. And she's saying, I never wanted your love. I never wanted to be with you. And then, of course, the song title, I Don't Want to Fall in Love Again. So look that one up. Great tune. I used to play this back in 1990 in this little hole-in-the-wall Chinese-owned bar in Alameda. All Filipino ladies and all Navy guys. And I'd throw this track on, it filled the floor. What a great time it was. I'm going to save that one for next because do you like powerful French slow songs? This is going to have to be the top notcher right here. Je fais l'amour avec la mer. So I make love either with the ocean or I make love in the ocean. It's been interpreted different ways to me. Either way, that's a strong title. This one is, I keep saying the word powerful because all this music is, but it's got a chorus where this choir of people sing, Je fais l'amour avec la mer. And she sings the whole thing in French. And she even speaks in French at the beginning as if it's poetry. The song that came out of here that was a single was Aviateur, Aviator. Get it for this. This is just one of the most powerful slow songs I've ever heard on a Euro disco, italo disco release. So that one was also bought at Luna Sound back in '87, where I found Baby Blue. This girl right here, we saw earlier, Margie M, China Boy. Well, here we have American Love. So I don't know where this girl's from. Oh, look at, she's from France also. But the record is from Germany. But it says here, American Love, Quand tu pars, French version. I didn't even know that was on here. I've always listened to the extended version, so I'll have to listen to the French version. Guess which language it's probably in. But her voice is a little bit deep. She kind of whispers it, and she says, American Love. It's a really nice Euro disco tune. I cannot believe I own this because it's so hard to find. Cora. And the song is not I Call It the Blues. You can throw that one away and just scrap it. I'm sorry, ladies. The outstanding track on here is Baby Blue Eyes, Baby Blue Eyes, I Still Recall Your Face. This has a nice swing to it, back and forth, with a nice guitar to it. It's kind of haunting sounding, a great tune that you can listen to in a forest, and her voice even kind of echoes. It's kind of up there with a little bit slower of similarity to Send Me an Angel by Real Life, I think. So I've been wanting to get this into my collection for many years. I finally shelled out the cash to get it. Look that one up. If there's anything I could recommend to you out of this whole collection here, Cora, Baby Blue Eyes. It's not a guitar song. This is probably italo disco at its best. Okay, the Flirts. Remember the Flirts? Don't put another dime in the jukebox. I don't want to hear that song no more. There was a different change of the girl lineup for the Flirts. It changed many times, and these girls are the production of Bobby Orlando or Bobby O Productions. He also did 1, 2, 3, You're Just a Runaway, the artist 1, 2, 3. So it seems that Bobby O had a lot of these different projects that he would work under and have different singers. Well, this girl came from the Flirts, and she did Danger, Danger, he's danger, straight ahead. This girl right here, Linda Jo Rizzo. You can see them doing it live on stage. She's the tall one on the left wearing all black and the short red hair. But when she left the Flirts, she was produced by Fancy, who did Chinese Eyes, Hold Me in Your Arms Again, China Blue, SLICE, Slice Me Nice, whole bunch of stuff. He also did Charlie G, You're My L'Amour. I showed that in my first video. And also the Hurricanes, Only One Night, and Grant Miller, Colder Than Ice. So you get what I'm getting at? Strong, strong music. This one here is my favorite. I'm Ready for Your Love, Fly Me High. I'd like to stay with you on cloud number 89. I think that's what she said. This is my favorite though. She also does Heart Flash Tonight, and then another great one too. Should be played loud. You're My First, I Gave You All of My Love, You're My Last. And she's leaning off to the side with red hair and all these beads on. Definitely a track to get. And then there's this girl here. VVN, Tonight, 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 Tonight. What a happy sounding song. You can almost put this on for any party. And it just fits in anything else. And this is from Milano, Italy. So great Italian release. Good soon. Omni Records, Where the Disco Is. I never noticed that on the price tag. I just noticed it. Omni Records, Where the Disco Is. Great way to market. This girl right here, she says, this is Carella. Right now you listen to my latest single called Hunger, God Bless You. It's a live performance with horns, and she's singing Hunger, deep in my heart, hunger for love. But it's got such a nice beat to it. This is your early 80s Euro disco. And this one is also out of Milano, Italy. A lot of Italy and a lot of French here on these. I don't think I'm going to do an all-guy release. I mean, this one's all girls. I think I'm just going to combine other ones later for part 4. Like I said, part 3 will be just colored, but I just want to do sort of an all-lady releases here. You ever heard of Valerie Door? Valerie Door is the work of Dora, if I can pronounce her name, Dora Carofiglio. She is also Suzanne Mills. She's Valerie Door, and what else did she do? Oh yeah, Angie Kerr, I'm Lonely in Your Mind. If you ever see the name Dora Carofiglio, then you know you're going to get some great italo-disco releases. And this is one of them. She's got this, The Night, and one other one that was also by Valerie Door called Get Closer. Those two. This is probably at about 116 BPM, and it's very seductive. It's got these hard snapping sounds and it's kind of echoing. You'd have to hear it. One Love to Give is the same song as Flash, and that one's in French also, but this one here is One Love to Give. She's got another song called Irresistible, so I'll be having that soon in my collection. A lot of this stuff got lost years ago, back in the 90s. Dreadful experience, but I've gotten it all back over time. Great tune though, One Love to Give. Now, this girl right here, I would have bought it just for the cover. But the song is outstanding. It's the same music as the Voyagers' Distant Planet, which is right around 116 BPM, and they're singing out loud From a Distant Planet. And on the cover is two skeletons, one's wearing glasses and they're playing keyboards. But I guess the music of that was so good that they used that in this one right here. And I love this right here. A made-up production. Sheila Stewart, It's You. So I liked it so much, I had to grab it, especially for that. But $7.99 was the original price tag. So you can always tell it's not a reissue when a record is $7.99. Look at this one though. I just noticed this one too. $11.95, and that is Chanel. I guess that's the record store. $11.95. These plastic sleeves are thick. I love them. I don't know where I can get some, but thick plastic sleeves. There was one seller from Discogs gave me a bunch. Here we go. Geraldine Cordo. I showed you her on the first record, and it's also, she's on my thumbnail for this video, but this is her album with Sounds in the Night, but she has a slow song on here, Sad Eyes. It's a slow song. Another very outstanding slow tune and ballad by this one here. It's a breakup song, and she did it really well. Remember this girl right here? Sandra. Her husband, I believe it's her husband, and at least it's her producer, is Michael Cretu from Enigma. So you can tell why Sandra's music has a bit of a cultural influence to it from sounds from around the world. And usually her beats are broken up. So it's not just that steady 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to floor it's called, that rock beat, disco beat. But Everlasting Love, and she's also got In the Heat of the Night. That was a big one for her. My favorite, though, is this one. This is up there with CC Catch kind of music. Hey Little Girl, the money goes to fame, but the big boys feel no sorrow. And it's also produced by Michael Cretu. Again, you can almost sort of do a cha-cha with the girl to this tune right here. Her voice sounds like Vanessa Paradis, the one that's married to Johnny Depp, or was married to Johnny Depp. I don't know what the current status with them is, though, but her voice is kind of high. Certainly very cute. Now, I saved this girl for the last. I believe she's Vietnamese, especially with a name like Tu Tui, I think her name is. Yeah, on the bottom, it even says, well, pronounced Tu Tui. Tu Tui. But what a darling little face there. She got this song called Gonna Lose My Heart Tonight. And then that's her on the back. This sounds like something that would be done by an Asian band in some sort of maybe Vietnamese club somewhere in San Jose. I could just see it happening with them wearing tuxedos and then her coming out. It's a great tune, and her songs are not cheap. So I had to get this one here. I think it was about 30-something bucks. But getting all this stuff, it certainly adds up. So that's her on this one. And the last one is this. She changes her name to Cherie with this song, I Feel Your Love. And she has background singers that are guys. So there's a bit of a group thing going on here. But really nice cover picture there. She has an album also called Prisoner of Love, which is somewhere around maybe 45 to 50 bucks. But that is it. That's that big stack right there, and right around 32 minutes. Wow, time really goes by. So that's not all of my lady artists there, but it is a big stack of them, and there's a tons more stuff coming, especially Paul Parker, Desire, and his newer one, at least 2009, which is called Don't Stop What You're Doing to Me. That record's on fire, like just smoking hot. And I also have Leane Ross coming with, she's on the cover of it wearing a bunch of sparkles and blonde hair, looking as beautiful, more beautiful than she did in the 80s. Now, Paul Parker is going to be on orange. She is going to be on pink vinyl and translucent blue. So look forward to part 3 coming up. And I thank you for looking at part 2 here. Certainly roll back and look at part 1 of my italo-disco vinyl record collection. And if you want to look at my channel and subscribe to it, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the like button that supports the channel. And leave me your comments. I like to hear from you. I love talking with people. And all of my Duran videos, there's 9 of them, including Japanese releases, all these bootlegs I've got, official releases. There's a ton of Duran. Obviously, they're my favorite group. And then there's 13 new wave synth pop, all 80s 12-inch singles as well. So there's a lot of videos to go through if you'd like to binge watch. Otherwise, thank you for watching part 2 here. Cheers.